going to undo and work with the human. And for the human, there is an easy way to create a walk cycle with this add-on. I'm just going to go to pose mode and go to the Reify walk run and choose the walk preset. And my character will start walking in place with just one step. Okay, and the new feature of this add-on is to make the character walk not just in place, but also in space. So you have to go to progressive walk and click linear feet setup. I'm not going to go into detail, but you have to do that. And then click on main setup. And then it will create this empty here. You just click detect speed and it will start walking forward. Okay, but I'm going to undo, because what's even cooler, we can make it walk on curves. So we can define the exact direction and path along which the character will be walking. So I have to enable on curve. Click on the main setup on curve, and then this curve will be created for me. I can go to edit mode, and I'm actually going to select all vertices and press V and choose automatic, and then right click, subdivide, and I'm just going to offset this curve a little bit, maybe even extrude another point, so that we have this kind of curve here. And then with the curve selected, click on curve speed and play the animation, and you see the character walking along the curve. So if I just extend the animation, keep walking and walking and walking. So these are some cool basic features of this add-on. There is a feature to make it walk up or down stairs, and there is even more, which honestly I haven't touched. So if you want to see an in-depth exploration of this add-on, again, let me know in the comments, and we'll see what happens. The next add-on overview and demo in this video will be animation layers, and this has been requested many times. So I definitely want to make a full tutorial about animation layers. Animation layers gives you the tools to create layered animation with an easy and straightforward interface. It uses Blender's nonlinear animation editor under the hood, but many people find this default editor hard to work with, hard to use. And so this is where animation layers comes in. When you install the add-on, it should be in the AL tab. And to activate it, you have to select the audio that you want to work with and turn animation layers on. And so we already have a little animation here. So when I press the plus button to add a new layer, I'll actually have two layers. The base one, which is my walking animation, and a new layer on which I can do whatever I like. So by default, it gives us this combine mode for blending, which I'm not very used to. I tend to use add, and then we can just, for example, lower the body of the character, press I and choose location and rotation, and actually let's give it some rotation as well. We can do something similar for the head. And now if I play the animation, we'll have our walk, except that this offset of the body was added on top of the existing animation. So this is the power of animation layers. Again, this can be done with the NLA, but this add-on just makes everything much easier and more streamlined. We have this influence slider for the animation layer, and if I play with it, you'll see that the effect of this additional pose that we created is being reduced. If you try to do this in the NLA, it is possible, but it's very unintuitive. You have to add keyframes, whereas here you just drag the slider and it works. So animation layers offers a lot of these quality of life improvements for animators. There are also things that you may not be able to do with default Blender. For example, in the bake operators, this merge bake button will bake your animation, but it offers a lot of options that are truly original. You cannot do this with default Blender. A really annoying problem with Blender's Baker is that it only bakes transforms and not properties. So for example, if you have an IK-FK switch, that may not be baked properly, but with this add-on, it should be. So that's the quick overview and demo of the animation layers add-on. If you want to see a more in-depth tutorial